does it feel to have a young, talented Greg McCray in your back?
Young, handsome, talented Greg McCray? Feels great. Feels great.
So what's it like working with you guys? You got a lot of depth. Obviously, just mentioned Greg McCray, AK's a senior, Otis Anderson. I know there's some younger guys that are coming through. What's it like working with that group?
A lot of fun. Obviously, coaching talent makes me look really good. Like I'm a good coach. But no, they're a lot of fun. Those guys have played a lot of ball. Being that we've gone through they know what's expected now going into year 2 of the program. So we're kind of going from the ABCs when we got here onto the XYZs and moving on and kind of really building on what we had last year. So it's been fun.
Even after Greg's big breakout season, how have you seen him try to improve his game, and in what areas have you seen him focus on?
Greg had a great summer. He played last year. He was never heavier than 170 last year, and he reported to camp at about 187. So he's put on, just in 7 months, he's put on about 15 pounds of muscle. He's faster, he's stronger, he's playing strong, he's a lot more physical. He's like one of the most humble, talented guys I've been around. He shows up every single day, and he's the same guy from the guy before we put him on scholarship to now having the success that he had. He wants more.
So he had that way with the expectation, knowing that he's probably going to get more work this year, or more carries this year?
I don't even think he has that expectation that he's going to get more. I think he's just, when it's his time, he goes, and that's all he cares about. And he's very supportive of everyone else. We got a really close knit group in that running back room.
How do you see Bentavious' role this season?
Bentavious' role, it should increase. With Taj leaving from last year. I'd like for Ben to get more involved in what we're doing, and so that's what we're pushing him every day to get better. And he's another guy who's put on a really good weight, had a great summer. Again, 2nd year in the program, he kind of understands what our expectation is. Everybody's way more familiar with the offense, and we're able to kind of add and build on that, and Ben's a big part of that.
Bentavious was listed at 197 last year. Where is he at now?
He's 200 pounds. I think he dropped some weight last year coming into the season, and he's gained a good 10 pounds of good weight.
So short yardage could kind of be his niche this year, maybe?
I think he could.
Yeah.
The thing about Ben is, Taj is a bigger guy, more of a pound guy. Ben can pound, and he's got some other things that he can do with all the things we ask our guys to do as far as in the pass game, protection. He's being short yardage guy. He's also a guy who's pretty electric out in open space too. So.
What kind of camp has Otis had out there? What do you see?
Otis has been unbelievable. Last year, spending a lot of time in the slot room and with the running backs, he's gotten that much better at playing receiver. Being that was really his first year of us asking him to really understand our entire offense. There's probably not a smarter guy on our offense. He knows what everybody's doing. He can tell you who the quarterback reads are. He can draw up things on what's going on up front with the O-line. He understands every concept in the pass game. O's had a really good summer. He's had a really good spring. I'm excited to see him.
How do you want to utilize AK differently than you did last year?
I don't know if we need to utilize him differently. Just continue to add to what he's doing. Last year, he really his goal going into the season that we talked about was he wanted to become a better pass receiver, and I think he proved that, and he wants to continue to build on that. AK's goal this year is he's another guy who gained some weight, gained some strength. AK's a lot stronger than people would think when you look at him. If you see him in the weight room this summer, he's pushing around some good weight in that body, so he's pretty tightly wound and strong, and so he wants to play more physical. He wants to be stronger and better in protection, and then continue to build on the things that we got going last year.
Trillian Coles looked like he had a big day in the scrimmage the other day. I know he's a young guy in the program, but just what's your perspective on what kind of camp and spring he had?
Again, I can't rave enough about what we have in that room just because there's so much competition, right? And so Trill came in, he had an opportunity to see how it's done and at the speed that it's done. That's the one thing that when guys come from high school is noticeable is the speed of the game changes. And so the expectation and the standards are really high. And it's just in a year, I don't know if there's a guy who's improved more.
And Demarius Good, he's come in this summer as a true freshman from Lake Brantley. What kind of camp does he have?
He's had a good camp. Again, he's where Trill was a year ago, where the speed is a little different than Lake Brantley, right? Even from in the last scrimmage, he went with the 2s instead of the 3s from the first scrimmage, and there's a little bit of a difference there in speed. but he's a highly talented guy. He's built differently than a lot of the guys in the room. He's close to 6 foot long. He's gained 12 pounds since he's been here just this summer because of his body. But I'm excited about him. And he's fast. He's got a ton of ability. So, and then he's got a lot of guys to look up to see how it's supposed to be done.
Last one. I know you got a couple more weeks to go, but as a coach, how excited do you get when you see this season's getting closer?
You know what? I'm really more of a one day at a time. I don't ever think ahead. I don't ever look past anyone. I don't allow the guys in my room to look past me. We take one day at a time. And today I'm excited because I feel like we got better at a few things. So, and then I'll be looking to tomorrow. And when game time comes, then we'll get excited.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you, guys.